Okay, so my other student today is Benny. He's 7 months old, and when I first saw him, best part of beginning last month, he was full on. He was a typical puppy, all over the shop, huge bundle of energy, to the point where there was no communication with him. So there was no control or communication in the house, and this transferred to his behaviour outside. So he was walking solely on his back legs, not even walking on all fours, and completely over the top with excitement and eagerness when he saw other dogs. Which, although there's no malice in this little boy, that kind of behaviour is very unbalanced and it's not welcome with other dogs. In their language, that's an unbalanced energy, that's not good. And he did get snapped at by another dog. So his owners were brilliant because they recognised that, hang on, we need to get this sorted because he's going to get in trouble. He's a lovely dog and there's nothing aggressive about him, but he will get that reaction and he can't socialise properly because he was just so full on. So we've got past all that, and now here we are 6 weeks later, and his owner is confidently going out on walks, thoroughly enjoying the walks off lead. And she never thought she'd have him off lead, never thought she'd have the confidence for that, because he was just bombing off. You know, he was taking no notice of her whatsoever. Now she's confident, she goes off lead with him. And she had a proud mum moment yesterday. They met a dog that was on a lead that was clearly not sort of very friendly or full on anyway. The owner was struggling to hold it. So don't assume it's just an aggressive dog. It's just a dog that doesn't know how to socialise, doesn't know what to do. Can lead to aggression, but don't just assume it's a nasty dog. But anyway, the energy was unbalanced. So Benny ran forward, assessed the energy, thought, no, I don't like that, and ran back to his owner. Wasn't interested in the dog. He knew that energy wasn't right. And that is a socialised dog. So it's not about, oh, my dog's friendly. You know, Benny was friendly, but he would have got hurt because he wouldn't come back. He wouldn't recognise the language from the other dogs that said, hey, back off. So it's not about your dog being friendly. It's about having them properly socialise, that they can communicate with other dogs. So he's great. He meets a dog that's aggressive or doesn't want him anywhere near it, and he won't. So this boy, he's safe. He's good. In the house, he's 7 months now. He's now sort of reverting back and doing a little bit of his old behaviour again. And his owner says, it really feels like he's just testing me to see, what am I going to do? Am I going to react or am I going to stay calm? And she's absolutely right. That's exactly what he's doing. So this is his next sort of mental growth phase, 7, 8, 9 months. And just testing you again, assessing whether he's got control over you. Are you an unbalanced energy? Are you reactive, which is weak? All of this is all part of their mental maturity as they're growing up. So this way, I always throw in this way, always throw in that recall, just randomly. So it's all going brilliantly, absolutely brilliantly with, watch where I'm going here, with Benny. His owner is just so full of confidence and absolutely loving her walks now. This way, his socialisation's great. He walks lovely on a lead now, so we put him on a Gen Con. The Gen Con stays in place, not like the slip lead. So if you have a particularly strong dog or a dog that's very bendy and young, puppy, these Gen Cons are fantastic. They stay in exactly the right place, nowhere around the throat, nothing like that. And they have that loop that goes around the nose that only actually comes into force if they get particularly strong. And then it loosens again afterwards. So I love the Gen Con. It's not just for a strong dog, it's for a bendy dog as well. And he walks lovely. He now sits down, lies down, other dogs are walking past him. He's so much calmer. He knows how to communicate, and absolutely over the moon. His owner is over the moon. So he's having some work done on the house today, is Benny. So he's come with me to have just a day with me, keep him out of the way, and just basically now just work on getting him back on the lead, because that's been the biggest thing, which I did experience that last time I was with him, and all dogs go through this. It's a battle of wills to get that lead back on. You've got to wait it out. It's not about what you do, it's more about what you don't do. So when they know that you want them to come back on the lead, you can pretend, you can play mind games with them, don't show them the lead, have a collar on them so you can flick your finger in the collar and hold them that way. Don't look at them, don't be face on to them. You've got to be sneaky about it. But if they're already wise up to that, you've got to just stand it out. And the longest I've had to wait was 45 minutes, and that was for Frank. And he knew exactly what I wanted, so there was no point me pretending. I just stood there And I waited and I waited and I waited. And eventually he came to me, sat down, did a sigh, and I put the lead on. I never had to go through that again with Frank. So sit it out, all right? It's a battle of wills. Sit it out with that lead. But yep, it's my Benny boy today.